Hello, my dudes. So, continuing the travel video, this is one of the last videos. I swear there's just one more, and that is all. So, considering this is my last video, I'm just gonna recap everything. Yes, I was in Geneva for 2 days. The last video was in Mont Blanc. I have linked in the description below, and let's check out this video. Alright, so basically, last day in Geneva, checked out lots of cool places, went back again to the UN, and amazing, beautiful street views. Saw Jet Adu again. Went on the boat a ride again. This time I went on all the three routes, one very close to the fountain, one further away, and one diagonally across the lake, which was the shorter one. But nevertheless, the view was amazing there. It was splashing and whoosh went the water, and it was truly refreshing. And I got to see the fountain from many angles, including the one that I really saw close to. So saying bye to Geneva meant saying bye to Toblerone chocolate, and holding the Toblerone chocolate, the reminiscent of Zermatt and the Toblerone mountain came flashing through me. The chocolates were very expensive considering it's the chocolate town. Considering Swiss chocolates are amazing, but they gave a lot of free samples, so I took as many as I could. Some macaroons on the airport cafe and everything. Some milk cartons, Lindt chocolates, and everything. Considering you get all these chocolates in the US, I didn't buy anything, and off I went to Belgium. So I could have taken a train to Belgium, which would be like around 12 hours. And honestly, I didn't have the patience for it. Even if I took a night train, I wouldn't be seeing the scenic beauty of Belgium. So I just took an easy jet plane, and guess how much my ticket was? Just $60 one way. Although it's not as cheap as compared to a lot of European airways like Wow or lots of stuff, but this one was particularly really cheap. And because it was cheap, I didn't get the window seat, so I was sitting next to a no window. And yeah, it was all right, I guess. It was pretty quick. It just was like 2 hours flight, and I landed in Belgium airport. And Belgium is famous for, you guessed it right, mannequin piss and and Belgium chocolates. No, I didn't think that hard, but Belgium was an amazing city. Considering Paris, considering Switzerland, calmness and everything, Belgium was truly my favorite. It rained the day I went there, so it was very wet, as you can see through this picture. But the city view was so good. A fun story is that Belgium was in the olden days, in the 80s and 90s, was trying to be like New York, and yeah, that's how the city was trying to be, in a lot of skyscrapers. This particular fountain is Zeneki Piss. It basically means the girl pissing on the fountain. It's there for good luck. So if you go there and throw a coin in there, you can basically get lots of good fortunes. So I did drop a few cents in there, and we'll see if my fortune never changes. So I'll let you know if that worked. But during that time, there was a lot of cool stuff in Belgium. Lots of chocolate displays and waffles. Belgium is known for waffles, and this particular place is the Grand Palace. And looking at it, looks like Slytherin won the House Cup. Am I right? Well, not really. The lights change every few seconds, and it is truly an amazing place. The Grand Place in those days where the king and his department of ministers used to come and join in the assembly, and this is where they used to announce everything. And so in terms of that, there's a celebration of different lights. Right now it changed to red, then it changed to orange, yellow, blue, pink. You get the point. And it's truly amazing, and it's synchronized with some music as well. But on a everyday basis, there is no music playing around. It's usually just the lights, and this you get to see late at night, around after 6. So it depends on when the sun sets, and you get to see this amazing view. Belgium again is a very small city. you can see the entire city in a day. That's right, in a day. Or if you have few hours, you can manage to see the entire city in a few hours. The whole sightseeing stuff is around the square or around the Grand Palace. Basically, the three fountains, which is Maneke Piss, which means little boy pissing, little girl pissing, Janike piss, and a little dog pissing. So Manikipis is a small boy. He's just like 2 feet tall, and he's like pissing around with the fountain. And it's really small. It's in a very small square. It's not very highlighted, but a lot of locals come there and just see there. There's a lot of cool magnets saying "Save water, drink Belgian beer." So it's a very fun place. The ambience, the vibe, and everything is like pretty cool. I know these pictures look really blurry, but I did what I could. The another stop is dog pissing, which is Zeneke piss. I know they all sound the same, but not really. Belgium, there are two official languages. One is French and one is Dutch. Given that it is super close to Amsterdam or Holland, as some people like to call it, and it's two languages, and it is very cheap compared to Paris. The food and everything was like super cheap, and it is extremely walkable. I mean, very walkable friendly. Given that it's a small town, you can just go everywhere and just see everything in such a short time. And I am looking at the map, trying to figure out what to do for the next day, trying to figure out my route and everything, which is what I do on a daily basis. So next morning, I went to another cathedral. At this point, everything looked like Notre Dame's Dupes, which is Notre Dame from Paris. So I get inspiration, but this is straight up copy. What do you think? Comment down below and let me know if I'm right. I didn't go in, but I did take a couple of shots, and they all look really similar in terms of architecture, and they were all built around the same time, around the 1600s and 1700s. For the church, definitely taking inspiration from the Paris Cathedral Notre Dame. So yeah, I did take a lot of pictures. This was early morning, so I wake up pretty early in the morning. I went there and was walking around the city. This is the city square where you have all the European Parliament headquarters, and the Belgium European Union headquarters, everything around here. So this is where the parliament comes about, and they discuss about EU issues and stuff. So given all the Brexit issues and everything, this is the place where they do that. And this is the park. This is a very big park, and I walked around. Since it was fall, all the leaves were dried, and there's a huge mall in the center of the park where you can see the lights shifting. Again, early in the morning, the mall was closed and it was pretty deserted with no people in it. But regardless, it was a beautiful mall and lots of sculptures and lots of cool stuff. So this is the garden that I was talking about. The garden was dried up, but it looked really beautiful. On a spring or summertime, you would see this whole garden filled with flowers. Since it was fall, it was all dried up, but that didn't stop me from taking a lot of pictures. This around the square is where you see all the city clock and a bigger mall and stuff. It looks about the same, if you go round and round, you see the same thing again and again. A lot of cool sculptures. So Belgium is a place of modern architecture and the old Renaissance architecture. So if you go on one side, you see the malls, you see glass cubes, and on the other side, you see very old buildings, and it looks really cool. And like I said, an amazing place to take pictures and to really learn about the modern history, as well as to learn about Renaissance and everything. Coming back, I have bored you enough with this history, but there were a lot of other stuff, not really. But from here, walking, this is the European Parliament, and this is the European Parliament. center, the headquarters. So basically, anybody can go in and take a look at how the meetings are conducted. At this point, when I went, they were talking about climate change in Europe. So it was a very nice informational session going on. Obviously, I didn't like to attend the whole thing because I was in a bit of a time crunch, but it was really cool to see how things happen here. You see only the stuff in TV or in YouTube videos or in textbooks, but it was really cool to take a headphone set and really look at all the history behind it and how things function in Europe. This particular sculpture is about the integration of different European states, being France, Switzerland, and how they work together. That's what they said, but it looks to me like a conglomerate mess. You tell me. So this is the basically the parliament, and I'm just standing there. It was an empty session before they asked us to go and just basically clean up for the next session about talking about climate change. So I had a bit of my fun. I wish one day I get to attend this meeting and talk about changing the future of the world. This is another Arc de Triomphe sort of a place, another parliament sort of a gate. Again, this looks super, super, super real compared to the Arc de Triomphe in Paris. A lot of inspiration, lots of stuff from Paris, as you can see, from Arc de Triomphe or the Berlin Gate and everything. Belgium is a very nice place, a very informed place. They don't really use plastic stuff anywhere, as evident by this dragon spitting plastic. So in case you do get a chance, don't use plastic products. We need to make this change in this world, and only we can do that. So rethink plastic. A message from the Belgium board. But yeah, on true honesty, it was a really nice place. It is a very small place. You can see it in realistically 6 hours, everything. This is another place called Atominium, where it talks about atoms and how we come about. And that's all for this video. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.